Bueno, buenas, aquí SplinterG en un nuevo gameplay de NOIRE, capítulo 8. En el caso de homicidio, la mariposa de oro. Veamos con qué nos sorprende este caso. Ahí está. The Golden Butterfly. Ay, pero estaba sola ahí, como a ver nadie más.
Galloway. Got it, Skipper.
Otro caso.
Yeah, I'll bring him. He's my partner, after all.
What have we got?
New
Hello?
case. White female dumped in plain sight in the grass at the end of Hill Street. Hacks are all over it. Captain's trying to fend them off.
That sounds awfully similar.
Cortar en los
The
culeros.
first rule of police work is make no assumptions until you've seen the evidence. Skipper wants you to have your newspaper face on, college boy. I think I know the place
Ya.
where we found the lady.
Nuevo objetivo,
Overlook
investiga el
Sunset
escenario del
Boulevard.
crimen.
Let's go.
No implicado, víctima.
Straight through the
Veamos.
red light. Bet you never saw it. I'm praying that those prints come through so I can nail that son of a bitch.
Son of a
If
bitch.
that hill won't buy me something nice, I'll find someone who will. You're the reason
¿Qué dijiste,
brothers
mi mamá?
and sisters shouldn't marry.
Oye, pero este es igual que la otra weona. Son todas iguales, weón. Maneja tu pringaillo.
You did a decent job on the Henry case, Phelps. Not bad for your first time at bat.
Obviamente, pues, weón.
Don't go getting ahead of yourself. That's one clearance under your belt. Now it's a new day with a new dead lady that needs our attention.
No assumptions until we see the evidence, right?
Right. See, I knew you were a fast learner, Phelps. We might get along after all.
Tenemos que llevarnos bien, pues se van a trabajar juntos, weón. ¿Cómo no va a venir a ver mal, weón? Nada que ver.
Now, boys, you know as much as I do. I'll be holding a press conference once the autopsy's been completed. I have two of my finest investigators on the case, fresh from bringing down the sword of justice on the crazed sex
Captain,
Alonzo
aren't there
Mendes.
similarities between this murder and the murder of Celine Henry? And of Elizabeth Short, for that
So you don't
matter?
believe there's a crazed sex killer at large preying on women?
Boys, be sensible. We have the greatest police force in all the world with the greatest scientific investigators at our disposal. How can any killer continue to beat that? Be advised. We keep the gas chamber at San Quentin primed for the sons of Cain who continue to believe they can take a life in the city of angels.
Yeah, right. Any new leads in the Dahlia case?
Run along, boys, and let these officers get to work. We have God's work to do here, and it can't be
Déjense de
delayed.
wear, weón. Antes de que se cabre el
What do
jefe.
we have, Captain?
Another woman sacrificed. Speak to the leaders. I want daily reports, gentlemen.
Officer, please tell me what's going on.
Detective,
Ya
I was first
ves.
on scene.
Veamos si tenemos algo con la Inquisición. Mostrar todas las pistas. Una nomás. Tenemos.
If olive oil comes from olives, where's baby oil come from?
Show's over. Keep moving, all of you.
¿Qué tenemos acá? A ver.
Motive
Dinerico.
was robbery. Why not take the money?
fue asesinato, no quiso robar nada. Era profesora.
Oh, we have a name. Can you run Deirdre Muller by RNI?
Back in a second.
Ya. Eso no. Perfecto. Ahora la siguiente. ¿Qué tenemos acá? Víctima.
Officer Gonzalez, badge 999.
Look at your mark. It's very
distinctive. I'll do some comparisons
Okay,
back in the
well.
lab and get back to you.
Possible ID of Deirdre Muller.
Oh.
Rather than the name.
looks like she was tied up.
It does at first, but that would leave a mark on her other wrist too. I think her watch might have been torn off.
Bueno, esto no me he fijado. Si los otros videos de Leonor,
What's this mark? Cut on the
que
finger.
desde que empezamos con los asesinatos, tienen restricción o algo, porque como muestra estas cosas, joyas desaparecidas. No sé si esto lo restringirá a YouTube. Bueno. Si es así, bueno, ahora mismo.
The stomping angle in the Henry case. Was it reported in the
Le
press?
pisaron el pecho.
Sure
Bueno.
was. Every detail a copycat would want
Lo
was
cacho,
there in the
lo
story.
pisó para atarla bien las manos. Qué cuático, hermano. Ya se no, entonces.
Detective, RNI says that Deirdre Muller of 130 North Bonnie Bray was reported missing this morning by her husband, Hugo Muller.
What'd I tell you? Let's grab the husband.
Similar MO.
To what? The Dahlia? I don't think so.
Celine Henry.
That's a closed case. This is probably another sad sack who lost his temper with a broad he wouldn't put out.
Are you a suspect, Rusty?
Watch your mouth, Phelps. All I'm saying is we got enough to do without reopening closed cases.
Talk me through it, Mal.
Severely battered, on display. Footprints would indicate that she has been stomped. Size of the footprints would seem to indicate a smallish men's shoe. What size shoe did Mendez wear?
You finished?
No, I'm not. At a glance, I would say strangulation is the cause of death. I'll need to do further tests for semen.
Angry boyfriend. If they were married, they'd be at home, not humping out here in Lover's Lane. Let's grab the husband, take him downtown, and work him over. We could have this wrapped up by lunchtime.
What about not making assumptions and going on the evidence?
Esa es la otra pista acá, weón.
Another day, another dollar.
Ah, por acá, ¿no? Ya se me quedan todas las pistas, weón. Entonces, ¿dónde tenemos que ir?
How bad is it?
Officer, please tell me what's going on.
You drive.
Residencia de
case
los
notes.
Muller.
And where exactly are we going?
Vamos para allá.
There still might be some play in the boyfriend angle.
I thought we were on our way to lock up the husband.
If it doesn't work out, that is.
Deirdre Muller has suffered enough. More than enough. You shouldn't make disparaging comments about her without even the slightest inkling of what she was like.
She was a woman, wasn't she? Around about my third divorce, I realized women might not be the pure angels we imagine. You're married, ain't you, Phelps?
Don't make any insinuations about my wife.
Hey, she's a woman.
She's the mother of my children.
You're a father, Cole? But don't tell me your eye don't bend.
This conversation is over.
Es un hombre de bien, pues bueno, obviamente. Como yo. Recalcadísimo como yo. Residencia de los Moller. Así se dice, ¿no? La verdad no sé. Pero bueno.
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. Is your father home?
He'll be home soon. He's been out looking for Mommy.
What's your name, miss?
Michelle Eloise Mahler?
Bueno.
Can we come in?
I suppose so.
Pobrecita, buen chiquitita.
Could you have a seat for me, Michelle? We're gonna have a look around.
Yeah.
He'll be back any moment. Just sit tight.
No creo que tenga algo sospechoso la niña o que sepa algo la niña, weón. Sería acuático igual, weón.
Circumstantial.
Circunstancial.
My partner will explain everything when he gets back, okay? Nothing to worry about.
It doesn't appear to be connected. I doubt it. Don't think this is any use to us.
No.
Maybe. No.
Zapato.
Work boots. Size 8.
Y estas cochinas, ¿eh? A ver esta, si es que tiene algo. Sospechoso, padre. Pero la cuestión de lo que tenía marcada la tipa, no sabía todavía qué talla era del pie, ¿o no? Creo que no. Sigue investigando. La niña.
No sign of a wedding ring.
Quizás están divorciados, ¿no?
Elgin wristwatch. Probably the same one snatched from her body.
Shush. Ya, eso creo que era todo. Por acá no hay nada. Ya. Me da cosa como interrogar a la niña, weón. Vamos a hablarle no.
Is this about Mommy? Daddy is trying to find her. Please tell me she's okay.
I'm sorry to have to tell you this, Michelle, but your mother is dead. Do you think you could answer a few questions for
Qué
us?
fuerte trabajar así, weón.
Try.
When did you last see your mother?
Yesterday afternoon. I went to a dance at Belmont High. Mommy was supposed to pick me up, but she didn't show.
So what did you do then?
I was upset. Daddy came instead.
So you were hanging around the school for quite a while. What happened with your father?
I don't know. I called and finally he answered. He came straight away then.
Ya, bien, menos mal. Reloj y
Some
anillos
of your mother's jewelry was
desaparecidos.
missing. Can you describe her things?
A ring, a watch. I never paid much attention to that stuff.
Verdad, sí. No creo que mienta.
I know it's painful, Michelle. This may be important. She wore a wedding ring?
Mommy chose it herself. A rose gold wedding band and a matching diamond and ruby engagement ring.
She wore a watch?
Yes, a yellow gold Elgin watch. Daddy bought it for her birthday. I had a fight. It was kind of a makeup present.
Situación matrimonial de los padres, a ver.
Dad are happily married?
What are you saying? Of course they are.
Duda.
They weren't happy, were they, Michelle? Did your father ever hit your mother?
Just the once. She said she would leave him if he ever did it again. He bought her a brooch pin to make up for it.
Así lo
Always
reconciliaba.
with her golden butterfly.
Mariposa de oro.
Thanks, Miss Muller.
3 de 3
Been very
correcta,
brave.
excelente. Vamos bien, vamos bien. Ahí está el lugar.
What gives?
Daddy, the police
Go to your
are
room,
here.
please, Michelle. I'll talk to the police.
Daddy, Mommy is gone.
Go to your room, young lady. She's not even out of school. You can't come in here interrogating her like she's
Your
some
wife
kind
was
of...
found murdered this morning.
Found? What? But she only...
We have some questions that we would like to ask you.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, I'll do my best.
Huellas en el
What
escenario.
size shoe do you wear, Mr. Muller?
Why do you ask?
It's routine, sir. Simple process of elimination.
9s, I think.
Mentira.
Why are you lying to me, Mr. Muller?
Why would I lie to you at a time like this?
That's funny. The work boots we found here are size 8s. Why lie about it if you've got nothing to hide?
Because I always get teased about the size of my feet. You know, small feet, small...
Always been true in my experience.
Cortada de Hugo
So you were here all night. You stayed in while your wife went out to pick up your daughter?
Yes, that's correct.
Mentira.
You should
Zángano.
come clean if you're having an affair, or if there's something going on.
I told you I was here.
Vas a
saying I wasn't.
¿Qué pasa? Calma, estoy escribiendo el anuar.
El anual.
Sí.
Me compré un mantecol.
Bueno.
So
Está
why
más
did it take
rico.
so long to answer the phone when your
Muy
daughter
bueno.
called?
Okay, I went out for a while. I was driving around. It's
A
my
lo que
way of
termine
relaxing.
esta misión le damos.
Ya.
Voy a estar muteado un ratito.
You phoned in a missing persons report this morning?
Yeah, that's right. My wife didn't come home last night. She left around 9:30. Michelle was out at dance. She called me to let me know that Deidre didn't turn up.
And you didn't report that she was missing till this morning? That's very unusual, Mr. Muller. Not to mention suspicious.
Look, I was annoyed with her. That's why I was waiting for her to come home. Why, you telling me something different?
A ver. Marca no. El reloj podría ser huella pequeño, pero...
You better think about leaving, or you're gonna have some trouble on your hands.
Your wife was beaten and then strangled. In your case, you have no alibi and a history of violence towards your wife.
That's not true, god damn it.
It is true, Hugo. You're a violent man. You try to keep a lid on it at home, but sometimes you lost control. Your daughter and your wife were scared of you.
You don't know anything about me.
Aquí mostramos lo del broche mariposa, bueno. Comprado 3
I know about the golden butterfly, Hugo, and how you bought your wife off the last time you heard her.
She liked to spend money, all right? Dresses, jewelry, her hair. It drove me goddamn crazy. Do I look like a Rockefeller?
Nobody likes a cheapskate, Hugo.
Getting hostile with us is a
3 de
very
4 no
bad
está
idea,
mal.
Hugo.
Es que la otra
I'm
no cacha bien.
Make some arrangements for your daughter, and then present yourself to Central Station.
Ya, pero vamos bien, vamos mejorando.
Put the cuffs on him.
This is an outrage. I didn't kill my wife.
Your daughter is in the next room, Muller, so I'm giving you a break. Don't make me change my mind, and don't make me come looking for you.
Por esta vez te salvaste, weón. Igual puede que no sea él,
Should go
weón.
back in there and bust his ass.
Puede que haya mandado a alguien. O simplemente era un buen violento, pero no lo asesinó.
Which probably goes for half the men in LA.
En este juego puede ser de todo, la
no
verdad.
evidence tying him to the crime scene.
No.
Hello, detective.
Mira la vieja zapa. De las típicas que sale a barrer la calle para salir el chisme.
Yes, sir. They had a row last night. I heard Mrs. Muller screaming.
Did you see Mrs. Muller come home late last night at all?
No, not at all. I did see Mr. Muller put something in the incinerator earlier this morning, though.
I told you he was our guy. Now let's get this bum downtown and into a cell.
Look, there he is now.
Step away from the incinerator. Don't let him get away.
Okay, but no shooting. We need this guy to make the case.
La wea buena, weón. El zapato, weón.
This doesn't look good, Hugo. Get him booked in at Central, officer. Then put him in an
Fuiste
interview.
pillado, pringao.
And inform the captain.
Yes, sir, detective.
Is there someone you can call, miss?
I don't want home and
You need somewhere to stay, Michelle. You have other family? Grandparents? Aunts or uncles?
call Aunt Helen, but she lives in Bakersfield and
Call her. We're gonna get someone down here from Juvenile Hall to talk to you in the meantime.
Pobrecita,
We
weón.
ought to get some uniforms down here. Clean
Viejo
up.
culeado,
Take care of the
maricón,
kid.
weón. Qué lata, weón. Una pena cuando están involucrados los niños, weón. O sea, cuando les afecta a ellos, weón. Ay, Dios mío. Logro, jungla de asfalto.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need an address on a Belmont High School.
Checking for you, Detective. Belmont High, 1575 West 2nd Street.
Galloway.
Thanks, man.
Homicide Division. Badge number 564.
Go ahead, Detective Unit.
Did we get Ray Pinker and a technical services team to a house at 130 North Bonnie Bray Street? And send someone down from Juvenile Hall to look after a young lady.
Roger, 11K. Inform Detective Phelps that the coroner has a report waiting.
Yeah.
Police morgue downtown when he's available.
Can you drive to this
Got
one?
it, KGPL.
Instituto Belmont. Instituto. Vamos por acá primero.
I'm surprised, you know. I didn't make the husband for it.
Always make the husband, fellas. 9 times out of 10 is the closest person to the Vic who does the deed. God knows I've wanted to kill some wives in my day.
Lex parsimoniae.
What?
The law of parsimony. Occam's razor. The simplest explanation is most likely the correct one.
You know, you could have said that without getting all liturgical on me.
I'll try to dumb things down from now on.
Appreciate it. And try this one on for size. Rusty's razor.
How's that go?
You blame the guy that's banging her.
Ah, of course. The famous Lex ignoramus.
Closes cases, Cole. Puts a lot of people away, that one.
Veamos qué nos tienen acá. La morgue. No, ¿qué dice la autopsia? A ver.
Phelps, Rusty, thanks for coming.
Can you blood type the shoes that we bagged and see if they're a match?
Sure. It'll all be in the report, but I'm assuming you want the details now?
Please. Cause of death is strangulation?
Correct. Take a look at the samples on the bench.
A ver. No, no es el mismo patrón. Esta. Tampoco.
What are the normal uses for that kind of rope?
On boats, mooring lines.
Correct. Although Ray says that they're sometimes used as bell ropes in churches.
De la iglesia.
So are we looking for a sailor or a minister?
Well, in my experience, sailors seem to have the greater libido.
Was Mrs. Muller criminally attacked?
No external or internal traces of semen.
Thanks, Mal. Anything else comes up, you let us know.
Ya. Entonces no... Porque eso no es el agua que tenemos por acá. Ahora eso, ¿no?
We've got to nail this guy.
Ah. Dios mío.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Are there any messages for me?
Yes, Detective. A green 1946 coupe, registered to Mrs. Hugo Muller, has been found in the parking lot adjoining Belmont High School in Plainfields. Captain Donnelly wants you to head down there immediately to take the school janitor's statement.
Thank you.
Sergio. Vamos para allá entonces. El último lugar que nos falta. Por ahora creo.
You can drive.
And where exactly are we
Vamos
going?
al Instituto Belmont.
Not exactly the happiest of places, the coroner's office.
Carruthers is a good man, professional, diligent. If you're working with a pro, it's easy to overlook the grim realities of a place like that.
Funny job, that. The coroner's.
How so?
You know, you don't want them enjoying their work too much. The wrong kind of man can get awfully lonely rattling around a joint full of corpses.
Rusty, that's like something out of the pulps.
You been reading the same ones as me?
I thought you were usually too drunk to get through a magazine.
You know, if I close one eye and squint, you can just about make out the
Instituto Belmont.
This is the car?
Yes, sir, Detective.
Have you looked it over?
Superficially. I was told to wait for you guys.
Thanks. We'll take it from here. What time did you see the person park the car?
Late last night, after school social, maybe 1 a.m. I've been keeping a good eye out lately. We've had problems with the child molester.
And this was the same man?
I don't know, sir. I mean, I'd like to say yes, but truth is, it was pretty dark.
All right. Tell me about this man you've been having trouble with.
He hangs near the playground, tries to befriend the children. He was around here last night before the dance.
Is he violent?
Yes, sir, I would say so, yes. There's the son of a bitch now!
Hey, you! Go, Phelps. I'll take the car and see if I can cut him off.
Ven pa' acá, maldito desgraciado. ¿Qué saco, weón, este weón que viene al mismo lugar, weón? Pedófilo de mierda, weón. Cómo te odio, weón.
Shoot the creep!
¡Píllalo! ¡Píllalo, conchetumare! Eso, mierda. Te voy a hacer cagar, weón. Maldito desgraciado, weón.
What's your name?
Who's asking?
We can do this the easy way or the hard way.
Name's Eli Rooney.
You've been in trouble with the law before, Eli?
Some.
What are you doing around here?
I like to keep an eye on the children.
Strictly paternal, is it, Eli?
Don't sass me, boy.
A woman was abducted here last night, Eli, and murdered.
And I would love to make you for that, you oaking motherfucker.
Well, I wouldn't know nothing about that. A woman, you say? I like 'em a little younger than that.
Turn out your pockets, Eli.
Now, why would I do that?
Because I'm about to break your fucking skull, Eli.
You're under
Mira.
arrest, Eli. You are in very deep trouble.
Broche mariposa.
Why bother with the paperwork, Eli? I'm gonna take out my gun, and I'm gonna count to 5. Let's see how fast you can run now.
Hang on a goddamn minute. I found that thing in the parking lot.
Get some backup out here, Rusty. We need to get this one downtown and into a cell.
Su
Tell them
cara,
we got a
weón.
kitty raper coming in. They can roll out the red carpet.
Maldito enfermo, weón.
Blood and skin samples. We better get Ray Pinker out here. The overalls are stenciled HM. Muller is a mechanic. I wonder what Eli does for a living.
It's from a Chrysler. Could be important.
Llama a la comisaría. ¿Hay nada por acá? No. A ver.
Phelps, 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need interrogation set up at Central for both suspects being held in the Muller homicide case.
Certainly, Detective. I'll get in touch with the watch commander.
Thanks.
Nos vamos a hacer
I
cagar.
recognize that guy from the papers.
You're behind the wheel.
He's a cop.
Fine. Where are we headed?
A la comisaría de la División Central.
I say we make Rooney for this. I think we should lay it on him. He was near the car, he had her jewelry, the DA will love him for it.
Even if he didn't do it?
Who cares whether he did it? You have kids, Phelps? He needs to be taken permanently out of harm's way.
And we let Muller slide?
For a while. He gets a free pass for now.
Acusa de asesinato a un sospechoso.
We'll work the evidence, Rusty. Let him do the rest.
You got a stakeout down on 2nd later tonight.
Yeah, I'm thinking of moving up to a 45. I want
Are
to
they
put
ready?
down a 1 round.
Moeller's in 2 and the pervert's in 1. Get in there and get a conviction.
Mouthpiece tore scripts off me at the
Captain,
grand jury.
We were on our way to interview Eli Rooney.
Yes, Phelps, I know. This particular fiend is an old acquaintance. I have tried to reaffirm his belief in a wrathful and terrible God. Whichever way it goes, I'll be dealing personally with him.
Ok. Vamos a la 1 entonces.
Come to California to be a secretary.
Goddamn Bruins are having a season from hell.
Here's where we stand, Hugo. Your next door neighbor heard screaming coming from your house. You were burning your blood-stained shoes. You have no one who can confirm your whereabouts last night. Your daughter says you're a violent man. We have everything we need to send you to death row, and all you have to say for yourself is, I didn't do it.
I swear I didn't kill her. Give me that lie test. I can prove it.
Eliminación
Why
de
did you
pruebas.
burn your shoes, Hugo?
Because I knew you'd never believe me.
Are you going to tell me what I want to know, or do we have to take it out of you in lumps?
Give it your best shot. I can take whatever you're throwing.
Maricón de mierda, güey.
Do you know anything about ropes, Hugo?
As much as the next man. I was a scout. I learned some more in the army.
Do you know anything about braided ropes?
Some. They're mainly used for mooring lines, hawsers, you know, that kind of stuff. We don't have much use for them in the machine shop. We use chain hoists.
We found your wife's car. Someone parked it at the school late last night. Do you have anything to say about that?
It wasn't me.
Where do you keep your work clothes?
I keep them at work in my locker.
It was you, Hugo. I'm offering you a
No,
chance to
todo
come
mal.
clean.
No, a ver. Vamos a hacer esta parte de nuevo, weón. No puedo equivocar tanto, weón. Ay, Dios mío. Reanudar. Vamos para allá. Ahora
Better
sí.
not go soft on me in here, Phelps.
Are they ready?
Moeller's in 2 and the pervert's in 1. Get in there and get a conviction.
Captain, we were on our way to interview Eli Rooney.
Yes, Phelps, I know. This particular fiend is an old acquaintance. I have tried to reaffirm his belief in a wrathful and terrible God. Whichever way it goes, I'll be dealing personally with him.
¿Cómo debe ser este weón interrogando, weón? Terrible, maldito, weón.
When is America gonna understand?
Chanchera por acá.
Yeah, I'm thinking of moving up to a 45. I want to put him down to 1 round.
Here's where we stand, Hugo. Your next-door neighbor heard screaming coming from your house. You were burning your blood-stained shoes. You have no one who can confirm your whereabouts last night. Your daughter says you're a violent man. We have everything we need to send you to death row, and all you have to say for yourself is, I didn't do it.
I swear I didn't kill her. Give me that lie test. I can prove it.
Why did you burn your shoes, Hugo?
Because I knew you'd never believe me.
You're full of shit, Hugo. You want us to feel sorry for you? We feel sorry for your wife. The blood came from the wound in your wife's head.
Why would I lie? You can check at the workshop. You don't want to catch the real guy. You just want to blame me.
Do you know anything about ropes, Hugo?
As much as the next man. I was a scout. I learned some more in the army.
Your wife was strangled with a braided rope, which we found in the trunk of her car. I think you bought that rope specifically to strangle her.
You can think whatever you want. But that rope has nothing to do with me. My wife is the victim here. But, so am I. What am I going to do without her? And you. You heartless bastard.
We found your wife's car. Someone parked it at the school late last night. Do you have anything to say about that?
It wasn't me.
Where do you keep your work clothes?
I keep them at work in my locker.
What color are your overalls?
Green. We all wear green. It's a company policy.
Puta, weón.
Your wife was beaten with a tire iron, Hugo. An appropriate choice of tool for a mechanic.
I know nothing about any tire iron.
You're lying, Hugo. You're gonna have to come clean on this.
You got no proof.
Your wife drove a Chevrolet, Hugo. What make of car do you drive?
A Chrysler Airflow.
So I guess that explains why the tire iron that killed your wife came from a Chrysler. Hugo Mueller, I'm charging you with the murder of your wife. You'll be arraigned and taken before a grand jury. Book him, Rusty.
With pleasure.
No sé si era él, weón. Pero yo creo que sí. ¿Será o no será él?
I have to say I'm disappointed. I stood in front of a troop of reporters and made promises. Promises of swift and fearful retribution, and you bring me an armful of vagary and happenstance. You made the department look bad, lad. Do it again and your career as a policeman will come to an abrupt and ignominious end. You two are back on the streets. Find street criminals, roust them, beat them, and restore some fervor to your police work. Your next case will come when you've revived my faith in your abilities. Now get out of here!
Chucha. Caso cerrado. Rutinaria, 2 estrellas. 11 de 12 pistas encontradas, preguntas correctas 7 de 11. No estuvo mal, weón, pero no sé si era él, weón. Parece que no. Pero bueno. Bueno, gente, vamos a dejar este capítulo hasta acá. Espero que le haya gustado. Si es así, suscríbanse. No cuesta nada, un botón nomás. Denle me gusta, que tampoco cuesta nada. Comenten y síganme en Twitch, que transmito de lunes a viernes por lo general. Así que eso. Nos vemos en la siguiente. Chau, chau.